So happy September 11th. Just a reminder, September 11th for all of those firefighters and families that lost their lives on this day back in 2001. Hearts go out to you. Much love to your family, and remembering this day was probably one of the worst days in history of America. So anyway, jumping into this 9/11, I'm going to jump in here and show you the trade ideas that were dropped this morning for SPX to complete the challenge. So I'm not going to be here very long. So just do the screen share. I'm going to run through these. Then I'm going to show you how to set up the buy order since we've already hit the sell order. So let's hit this. So this is what we looked at this morning on September 11th at 8:51 a.m. The trade signal was dropped. Here's the buy and the sell, the entry point for each, and of course each take profit level. This one started and hit right around that, just a little after 9 o'clock. So it didn't take long to get to the entry point. It entered, it ran in. I actually got in right at TP2 and got out at TP4, and I'm going to show you that here in just a minute, show you what that looks like for the trade. So jumping over here, if you would have gotten in at 54.55 and got out at 54.25, which is TP6, you would have did $1,500 on your challenge. If you are in a challenge, if you're not in a challenge, up to you. I've got my lot set at a half with my my stop loss set at 0.5. So that's what this would have looked like on your chart. I got in right here where you see this little first blue line here. I got in right at this area here, got at this area right here, and pulled off a nice little profit of $425. Jumping over here to the pip calculator, I put in today's date. It was a sell. It went to TP6. I got in at 2, got out at 4. I was in about 5 minutes for 85 pips and pulled off $425 for my challenge. Came over here to my challenge, put my $425 in. I've got about $2,000 to go on my challenge. So let's jump over here and take a look at entering. So let's get rid of all of this example stuff here. And let's go out and take a look at entering the buy. So the buy that was presented, trade ideas wise, was 54.60 to 54.90. So 54.60 to 54.90. So pending buy 54.60. Take profit 54.90. Now, in this, you can get in and get out wherever you want to. In tracking this, looking at the trade ideas here, we know typically TP3, TP6, TP5, TP3 is going to be the average safe spot to get in. So if you want to get in and get out, that would be the trade. But this is what it would look like. Pending order here, stop loss, 0.5%. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick to that. So if for some reason this does decide to go in the opposite direction, if it actually gets there and activates and runs, we'll take a look at that. I'm going to hit a trailing stop loss 1. As you're setting up here, I've got an alert setting set on my trading view chart for that. So that's how you set a pending order. Then I'm going to hit the buy button down here, right? The pending order is set. It may or may not get there today. And if it doesn't, then we'll go in and clear it out and we'll wait for tomorrow. But you'll see the pending order is right here. Pending order market entry 54.60. Stop loss, I don't know why it says 54.49.2. Take profit at 54.90. And again, that's it's because I did it at 5%. That's why. So this is the pending order that's set up. I've got an alert set on my chart. On my trading view chart, I've had an alert set right here. So when this bad boy hits, I can come and take a look at it and see what it's doing and maybe have to adjust my stop loss accordingly. But that's the trade idea. So part 2 to wrap up the day, the buy was activated. So I'm going to run through and just do a quick summary of the total day for the trade signals that were given to help complete the challenge. So I'm a little bit closer to closing off from part 1. So this is part 2. Let me do a screen share. So this was this trade idea, and I added a couple of columns in here. This is today's trade idea on 9/11. They were entered out, or they were dropped at 8:51 a.m. The first trade idea on the sell side was activated, and basically it triggered the pending order, triggered at 8:58 a.m. It completed at 9:15. Ran through all of the target profit areas from target profit 1 to target profit 6, which was really nice. The second trade idea that was activated at 11:03 a.m. took a little bit longer to 12:06. It was a buy. The entry here was 54.60. Due to my operator error on my phone, I'll explain that here in a minute. It's just very important when you're using Thinkorswim on your phone that you don't carry your phone around with the trade activation window open. Basically, it's the window on your phone that has buy and sell at the bottom, because if you're carrying it and your hand accidentally hits one of these buttons, you can activate a trade. So these are the trades, all 6 positions open. So if you would have taken these, put them in on pending order before they activated, and you got the entry areas down here and you ran, you would have hit all target profit areas. Again, income disclaimer, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just for informational purpose only. Calculator wise, came down here. As you can see, let me scroll down just a little bit. As you can see on these, this was the sell this morning. It went all the way to 6. I jumped in at 2 to 4. I talked about that on the previous video. It lasted 5 minutes for 85 pips, 425 bucks. And then I did the buy, which I don't even want to talk about what I was doing in here. But anyway, it went all the way to 6. I took it to 4. It took about 9 minutes for me to get in and out on my trade. It was 37 total pips, $185 for the first one. I'm going to jump over and show it to you. This is my oops, where my hand hit the phone, hit a sell. I wasn't trying to do that, so I ended up negative 100 by the time I realized what I did. So I closed out and just locked it down. And then, of course, got back. It was just crazy how my hand was making my phone do. Anyway, got back in the trade. Got back in the trade. It went to 6. I got in about the 3 area because it pulled back a little bit. Got out at 4 for another 19 minutes for 52 pips. So total today wasn't a bad day at all. I think it's a little over $700. So this is what the trades look like. This was trade 1 here. Came in on the sell, entered here, came down, got out here at TP6, depending on where you got in and where you got out. Then, of course, trade number 2 activated right here, ran up and got out and completed right in this area. So you can see down here, total profit for today. I got in, it was $425. Of course, there's some fees. $425 was the first trade, 181 was the second one. This was where my hand hit the deal, and I got back in here at 255. Total today, it says 27.76, but it's actually, when you come up here to this, it was a total $765. So I've got about $1,750 to go to complete phase 1 on this challenge. Very, very cool. So wanted to share that with you really quick, just to give you an update on the completed day for both of them hit. Absolutely cool. So what you do in this, just to summarize, if you haven't seen my previous videos, if you have any questions, my phone number is right here. Shoot me a text, tell me who you are. If you'd like to enroll in the challenge, there's a link right below this video to get you enrolled in the challenge. If you have 0 trading experience, do not enroll in the challenge, because you will have no clue what you're doing. I would recommend you use the link below that says enroll into the academy. Get enrolled into the academy, practice for 30, 45, 60 days, so you get the basics out of the way. Get the basics out of the way so you understand how to use the software, you understand what a target profit is, you understand how to enter, you understand the mindset of having the right stop loss set, you know how to do all the basic stuff, and then you can practice that on a demo account. A demo account doesn't require any money. So the only money that you'd have to spend is to enroll into the academy, which is about $100 a month. I'll explain the details. It's like $199 to get started, $149 a month after that. Super, super affordable to be able to do that. Get into the academy. We'll go through all the basics. We have live classes. We have recorded classes, so you can fit them into your schedule. Get all the basics out of the way. Once you get out the basics and you're ready to go into a live account, instead of spending your $500 or $1,000 or whatever you have to open a live account, you spend that on a challenge account, right? And the challenge account has nothing to do with the academy. They're 2 completely different companies or 2 completely different products. But you go take the challenge, the funded challenge, and you go through phase 1 and phase 2. Like I've explained, you go through those 2 phases on that challenge. Once you make it through the challenge, right, you get through phase 1, you get through phase 2. That's why I'm setting these up, and that's why I did the training. I think the video was up yesterday on how to go in and what your parameters are to set that. You'll get included in my cool group of traders, which we hang out like 5 times a week. We get together and talk about trades. We do Q&As. We go over trades. So you got all that community. So you get that as well. But you're going in to take this challenge. And when you pass the funded challenge phase 1, then you go into phase 2. You pass phase 2. They're going to give you actual funded money to claim. That is it. If you'd like more details, phone numbers here, questions here. Get enrolled into the academy. The link's down here. Get enrolled into the funded challenge. The link is down there. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I love you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators and help you pass your challenge.